Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Erica right here. I'm a tiny citizen currently living in America. Cooking and traveling are my passion, so I'm here to share with you my favorite Asian recipes. I make kitchen trivia shorts and Asian home cooking recipe on this channel, so if that interests you, please subscribe and keep watching. Today we're making a very simple Japanese recipe, the miso glazed eggplant. In Japanese, it's called the Nasu Dengaku. Nasu in Japanese means eggplant, and Dengaku is a classic Japanese cooking method that is usually skewered and grilled over charcoal with miso flavored glaze. The sensational sweet and savory flavor of the miso glaze is super versatile that can almost be used on any food. The cooking method was invented with glazing skewered tofu, but now we'll see on fish, radish, eggplant, squash, even chicken and pork. It is almost like a miso flavored pork belly lollipops. For those of you like me that live in a rental property and do not own a grill, today I'm gonna show you how to make this miso glazed eggplant in the oven. So, screenshot! Here's the ingredient that we'll need for today's recipe. We'll need 1 eggplant, some sesame seeds, scallion, sugar, mirin, and miso. This is a super simple recipe today. All we need to do is cook through the eggplant and glaze it with miso sauce. So first thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 500 Fahrenheit or 250 Celsius. And while we're waiting for our oven to heat up, let's prep our eggplants. Here's a little tip on cutting an eggplant. It will also apply to potato, squash, or any oval-shaped veggie. To prevent the eggplant from wobbling while grilling, roll your eggplant around and let it naturally stop rolling. This means the side that it lands on is a relatively flatter side. Now we want to roll it at 90 degrees and chop it into half. See? Perfectly flat now. Well, you may ask, can I just slice off the bottom part to keep it flat? The answer is no, because later when we glaze it with the miso glaze, we still need the skin of the eggplant to separate the flesh from the tray for the presentation. And also our miso glaze contains sugar, so if it leaks through and get on your tray, it's gonna be really hard to clean. Next, we want to cut the eggplant with the skins on still, but separate it from the meat a little bit. So I like to slice it from here to separate the root, then slice around the whole eggplant so it's easier to eat. And then you can score the center of the eggplant and cut them into bite-sized squares. I like to slice them diagonally, but you can do any shapes you prefer. This not only makes it easier to eat later, but it also allows the miso glaze to get into every inch of the eggplant. Next, coat the skin of the eggplant with a thin layer of oil to keep it moist while cooking. Then turn it around and coat the eggplant meat too. The oil can keep it moist and also create a browning surface that makes it look more appetizing. When that's done, put them in a baking tray, skin side down, and put it into the preheated oven for 18 minutes. Depends on the size of your eggplant, you might need to adjust the time a little bit according to your ingredients. Especially if you got one of those thin eggplant come from Asia, you might only need around 14 minutes for that. My eggplant today is pretty big and 18 minutes was perfect for my eggplant, so I doubt that you will need more time than that. Unless your oven is not really working as well, so still possible. While the eggplant is cooking, let's mix in our sauce with sugar, mirin, and miso. The sauce ratio can be adjusted with your preference of flavor. Mirin and sugar are for the sweetness flavor, and miso should be sweet and savory. If you never bought miso before, make sure to check out this video before you purchase your first miso, because there's many different type of miso that provide different type of flavor. But in general, the miso glaze is supposed to be mainly sweet but also savory. So if you pick a very sweet miso with sugar and mirin, which mirin is a sugary cooking wine, it might be too sweet for you. So make sure you check out the video before you pick. That's it. Now the eggplant is ready, don't turn off the oven yet. Take the eggplant out and evenly coat the eggplant with our miso glaze. If your eggplant is smaller, you might not need to use all of the sauce. The more you add, the sweeter it will be in general if you're using normal yellow miso. Now, pop them back in the oven for around 6 minutes and keep your eyes on it to prevent sugar from burning. And done! Take it out of the oven and sprinkle some sesame seeds and scallion on. The Japanese miso glazed eggplant is ready. Ooh, it looks so good. If your eggplant earlier didn't brown up enough, you can broil them for a minute or two before you coat it with miso glaze. The caramelized miso glaze is giving the eggplant a very different flavor. It's savory, smoky, and sweet all in one bite. Enjoy! Thank you for cooking with me till the end. Let me know if you like this recipe by giving this video a thumbs up. It's only gonna take you a second, but it will really help my channel a lot. I make video on YouTube every Monday and Thursday, so remember to hit that bell and you'll never miss out. Check out this video to learn how to make the Chinese garlic eggplant, and check out the video down below to learn all about miso and pick the best miso for your miso glazed eggplant today. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe on my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!